How the universe tests you before your reality changes. This is a requested video, so I said I'm gonna make it today. So let's start. But before we start, I want to share something with you, and I wish someone told me this when I was in my healing journey. There was a time where I felt completely stuck, and I do remember that day really clearly. I was doing all the visualizations, all the meditations, and journaling, saying those affirmations every day in front of the mirror. But inside of me, there was something telling me, is this really working? Is this really gonna go somewhere? Are you really gonna heal? Or are you just like lying to yourself? Or are you delusional? That doubt and limiting beliefs were really creeping in a way that did not want to leave me. That day, I was laying on bed and I was telling myself, is this really working? I don't see any changes. And what if you are just wasting your time doing something delusional that is not actually going to work? And let me tell you, that voice felt so convincing in a way that I felt like, oh, I should stop. I should not do that. That's not going to work. I was going to give up, but something shifted and clicked for me. I started watching people who are going through their healing journey and what they are doing and what they have noticed. And I noticed this pattern that was happening to all of them. Every single person who went through this exact transformation has gone through this exact phase. The moment that it felt like everything is fighting against them. Like the universe was throwing every old fear and insecurities back in their face. At first, I thought, why does this happen? Why does it feel like the moment that I'm about to change, everything gets hard? But then I found something that finally made sense, and it will make sense to you too. The universe tests you before your reality shifts, not because it wants to see you struggle, but because it wants to know if that you are ready for this new transformation and for you to become the new version of yourself? Or are you going to let the old patterns pull you back? See, this isn't just a spiritual theory, woo thing. This is actually how your brain works. Your subconscious mind is actually designed to keep you safe. Not happy, but safe. That means it clings to what is familiar. So when you start changing and your mind start noticing that you are changing, it starts to panic because it knows the familiar. It freaks out in a way that tells you, oh, whoa, 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 stop. That's not what we're used to. And then what it does, it keeps pushing this resistance towards you for you to stop doing what you are doing. So it brings all the old doubts and limiting beliefs, any emotional triggers to stop you from doing what you're doing. That's why before your breakthrough, everything inside of you starts screaming. But here's the thing, that moment is the test. And for the people who passes this test, they are the one who actually manifest what they want. When I finally got this, I realized that I have two choices. Keep letting my old self running the show, or showing my subconscious that I'm not going back. And you exactly know what did I choose. I chose to not go back. Here's the steps that I started implementing, and I'm sure it will help you too. So start taking notes. I started calling it out. Oh, there you are. I see you. We're not doing this today. I started being aware of it, and I started asking myself, what's the healed version of me will be thinking right now or acting when these type of thoughts happening to her at this moment? She's not going to be acting like me in the past, which is like, when I was in the healed self. She's going to be acting differently. She will take those thoughts in a way that she will listen to them, but she will not let those thoughts stop her from becoming who she wants to become. Step 2, I stopped engaging with the old thoughts. Before, when I had negative self-talk, I used to argue with it. But nowadays, I started treating them as a background noise that I can play and switch anytime I want, like a radio station. And guess what? After I started doing that, they started fading away faster. Step 3, I collected proof that this happens to everyone during their manifestation. I started looking for people who've been going through the same exact transformation. And I found so many examples. And I will share some with you just to get the idea. For example, people who are about to give up in their business, and then out of nowhere, it just explodes and blow up. Someone who had cancer and about to give up because everyone told him there is no cure for this stage, and then they healed themselves out of nowhere. Every single story had the same exact lesson. Right before your life changes, the universe will test you. Once I started seeing that it wasn't just me, there was a lot of people that was going through the exact same thing, I stopped taking this personally. I stopped blaming the universe. I stopped blaming the things around me and surround me. And I started looking inwards. And I started speaking to myself with love and healing every single day. I know it's not easy. I know it's so difficult, especially if you're going through this by yourself. It's so hard. It's painful. But always remember the good things. Always remember the blessings that you have right now. Always be grateful that you actually woke up and you started breathing again, that your heart is beating again. The more you start focusing on the positives, the more the universe is going to give you and give you even more and multiplies it even more than you actually can imagine. And if you still feel like, oh no, I need more, start watching everyday testimonials of people who've been going through an illness and then they healed themselves. That will give you the power that if they can do it, I can do it too. If they were sick with cancer stage 4 and they healed themselves fully, I can heal this illness that I have. Listen, goddess, those thoughts will always be creeping in. They will always be coming into your head and try to stop you from your manifestation and healing your body or manifesting anything you want in your life. But it's your choice to let those thoughts control you or you control your thoughts. And there's also another way that actually helped me a lot, which is journaling. Most of the time when I start feeling down and I feel like all those limiting beliefs sneaking back in my head and start telling me like, oh, do you think this is gonna work? Or do you think that you're gonna heal? Or do you think that you will be like fine and you will manifest this? Are you really like that delusional? What I start doing is journaling. I start writing every single day when I wake up and I start feeling those thoughts coming or popping in my head, or even doesn't have to be early in the morning. It can be once those thoughts pops in your head, just bring your journal and start journaling. And when you journal, don't just listen to the noise out there. Just write your thoughts, what you're feeling. Even if it was bad, sad, anger, just write it down. And the more you start writing your thoughts, you will start seeing what's happening in here, what's happening inside your head. And then shift that thought to a positive thought. And by doing that, I will just give you an example. Like, for example, let's say I wrote something in my journal that a limiting belief came into my head that you will never heal. How do you believe in delusional stuff like that you will heal from it? Then I'll be like, yeah, but I'm still grateful for the things that I have manifested all those times. So if I can manifest an apartment, if I can manifest a car, if I can manifest a new job, I can't manifest my own healing? What are you saying? Are you crazy? I can manifest anything I want if I already saw that testament. Or if other people healed their stage 4 cancer and they cured themselves fully, I can't do that too? No way. If they can do it, I can do it too. Write that in your journal and you will start feeling that feeling of empowerment that you can make it happen. And every time you get negative thoughts in your head, shift them immediately by writing down or even talking to yourself by saying or counting the blessings or seeing the positive things that you are seeing or you have seen in your life. And if you don't have a lot of evidence, please do your research, get a list of people that already had those accomplishments, and remind yourself every time when you have doubts, go back and check them out and remind yourself, if they did it, I can do it too. And I will never forget the moment that I have passed this test. It was like a hug from the universe. It was a dramatic event for me. And I remember it so clearly. I started crying. I started celebrating. my healing before it even occurred. And that's also another great way. Before your healing happens, start celebrating every single day that you're already healed. Let that joy comes and shower you in your body for you to faster your healing. Make sure to celebrate your healing before it happens. And you will go crazy when you start noticing that, oh my God, this actually worked. And the more you practice this, the more you will have control of your thoughts. The more that you will realize that your thoughts doesn't control you anymore. You control your mind. And once you start doing this, and once you start being in alignment, you will start seeing synchronicities. You will start even hearing things, like hearing words, certain words popping out from music, or people coming and telling you things that you'll be like, oh my God, it's like the universe speaking to me, from people, music, animals, pictures, messages. And it's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna be beautiful, because you will know that your healing is about to happen. So get ready, because you're already healed, goddess. So if you are in that place right now and you feel like the universe is testing you, just remember this. You are not failing. You are transforming. And if you keep going, if you refuse to let the old version of you control you, you will win and you will break through. And the healing that you've been longing for is already there. And when you do, you are going to look back and tell yourself, oh my God, I am proud of myself. I thank me for believing in me. I thank me for going all the way in and never giving up. I believe in you, goddess. Keep going, keep fighting. You got this. You create your own reality. You write the script, the story of your life. You are a god. So don't let a simple thought control your reality. Control the life that you want to create for yourself. Like, I really want you to understand this. If I did not change my own reality, I would not be here right now. Do you see the view? Do you see this view? If I did not change my thoughts, the limiting beliefs that I had inside of my head, the fear, the doubt that was telling me, no, play small, play small, play small, I would have not been here. And you know what? Let me show you. Let me show you where I live. Like, let me show you how the view is of the area that I live in, for you to understand. I used to live in a tiny place. And every day I used to tell myself, this is not my reality. This is not the life I want to live. And look what I manifested. I have to show you for you to understand that this is real. This is not Delulu. Be delusional, but this is not Delulu. The more you are delusional, the more you actually manifest. So let me show you. So let me show you. Look at the view. It's beautiful. I manifested this for myself. And if I can manifest this for myself, you can manifest healing. If I manifested my healing, I manifested a place, I manifested a car, I manifested love, you can do it too. So if you are struggling to manifest healing by yourself, I am here. We can work together and I can help you manifest your healing even faster. Reach out to me if you are ready to work with me on Instagram. If this video resonated with you, please comment down your thoughts. I'll be more than happy to know what you're thinking about and what other ideas or other videos you want me to create for you. And I will see you in our next video. Love you, goddesses.